God says, someone you love has passed away, and they left this message for you. They've been trying to reach out, through your dreams, through quiet emotions, through the signs around you. But your heartbreak has been too heavy, blinding you from seeing the signals. So God sent His angels to intervene, and today, your Heavenly Father will speak directly to you. Listen carefully, because everything you're about to hear comes straight from the one you long for the most. They are with me now, and before time runs out, they need you to receive this. My beloved, I've seen how much you've been hurting. The quiet that echoes too loudly, the weight pressing on your chest, the constant ache of wondering, why did they have to go? I watched you weep alone, when no one could see. I saw how you put on a brave face for others, though I knew the truth behind your eyes, and so did the one you lost. They never truly left you, in fact they're right beside you at this very moment, whispering their love through my voice. They picked me to deliver these words, because they knew when heaven speaks, you'd listen. They want you to understand this, their soul didn't disappear, it transformed. Their time on earth came to a close, in a way only heaven can comprehend. Sometimes when a soul completes its sacred assignment, a soul that loved deeply, and touched countless hearts, I call them home early. Not out of tragedy, not out of punishment, but through divine purpose, because their earthly mission had come full circle. But their bond with you, that remains unbroken, now always, and into eternity. You keep replaying moments in your mind, wondering if they suffered, questioning if you could have done something more, said something more, shown up sooner. But I, the Lord your God, witnessed every moment, and with my divine light, I assure you, they were never alone in those final moments. My angels stood watch, holding them, shielding them. Their last thoughts weren't of fear or pain, they were of you. The memory of your laughter, your kindness, the way you made life feel lighter, that was their final comfort. Those memories shone in their spirit, like stars, illuminating the darkest skies. And no, they're not resting in some unreachable place, they are close, wrapped around your presence, echoing through your heart. That sudden warmth, that brushes your skin, that's them. The chill down your spine, when their favorite song plays unexpectedly, that's them. The tears that well up in the quiet hours of night, that's their love reaching across the veil. They miss you, yes, but they don't want you held captive by sorrow. They didn't come through me today, to make you sink into grief, they came to stir your soul awake with love. They left something behind, something meaningful. A letter, a truth, a memory, maybe even a physical item, that's waiting for you. You haven't discovered it yet, but they're guiding you to it gently. But first, they need your heart wide open to this message. Let every word fall over you, like a healing downpour. Right now, you don't need to be strong, you don't need to wear a mask. Just inhale deeply, exhale slowly, and let yourself feel. I'm here holding you, and so are they. This is a sacred space, and you were meant to enter it today. Before we continue, there's something else they're asking. They want you to subscribe to this message, not because it's about clicks or numbers, but because it's a way of telling them, I believe you're still here, I'm ready to listen, I welcome every sign. That simple action becomes a spiritual echo, one that reaches them. And right now, they're smiling, because you just answered their call. Now back to what your soul needs to hear. They want you to know, they didn't leave out of choice. They left because their chapter here was complete. But their love for you, that didn't end, not then, not ever. I'm still yours, they say, I still carry love for you, the same way I did before. Do you grasp what that means? This isn't the conclusion of your connection, it's the beginning of a new kind of relationship. A love so deep, so expansive, it moves beyond the borders of time and space. They saw the way you shattered after their passing, they noticed when you held on to their things, whispering desperate prayers, for one more moment. They heard you, every time your heart cracked open, they were near. You thought you were alone in your pain, but I was behind you, and they were beside you, holding your spirit. Your grief was so loud, you couldn't feel their presence, but still they whispered, I'm okay, now I need you to be okay too. And here you are reading these words, not by luck, not randomly, but because they called your soul to receive this moment. This message is their parting gift, their final truth. They've watched you exist in fragments since they left, and that's not what they wish for you. They're saying, I want you to laugh again, I want you to dance without guilt, I want you to find joy in life once more, because my love for you never faded. They remember it all, the day you met, the way your embrace made everything else disappear, your favorite joke, even the disagreement you regret, and the last time they saw you smile. Every memory is etched into their soul, they haven't forgotten a single detail. And no matter what anyone else says, no one had the bond you shared, no one knew their spirit the way you did, no one carries their essence like you still do. That's why they trust you with this truth. In their last hours, something happened, something you haven't known until now. They were trying to say something, the words were trapped, lost before they could reach you. So now, through my voice, they're saying it clearly. Thank you for loving me, when I wasn't easy to love. Thank you for staying, when I felt broken, confused, tired, angry. You never left, you never gave up. You saw me in ways no one else ever did. You made me feel whole, you made me feel safe. And now they want that same wholeness for you. They see how you blame yourself, replaying all the what-ifs. What if I had stayed longer, called more, said something else? But now, let the voice of truth be louder. This wasn't your fault, break free from that guilt. You loved them exactly as they needed to be loved. And if they could embrace you now, they'd whisper, please stop punishing yourself. I don't want your days darkened by regret, I want them filled with light, laughter, and all the joy that made me love you so deeply. This may be painful to hear, but this message wasn't meant to bring more tears. It was meant to free you. Because the one you believe you lost, they aren't lost, they've been reborn. They've waited patiently, silently, with so much love, for you to open your heart again, not just to them, but to life itself. And now they ask for one promise, promise me you'll keep going. Then heaven listens too. And so I did, I gathered every word they couldn't say, every feeling they left unsaid, and I poured it into this message. They knew this was the only way they could reach you, through a voice that you would trust, through words that would echo inside your soul. Because they see you struggling, they watch as you try to smile through the weight of missing them. They hear the silent questions in your heart, that you can't put into words, and today they want to answer them. They want you to know they didn't want to leave, if love alone could have kept them here, they would have never gone. But love doesn't stop life from changing, it only promises to keep us connected, when everything else falls away. And that promise is being kept right now. You are still connected, more than ever, even though the connection looks different now. You can't touch their hand, but you can feel their presence, in moments that defy logic. You can't hear their laugh the same way, but it finds you in songs, in memories, in unexpected places that feel like home. They want you to understand something important: the love you gave them saved them, in ways they never told you. It carried them when they felt broken, it gave them strength when they were weary. And even now, that same love is reaching across eternity, to hold you. It's not gone, it's just changed form. They said, please let them know, I took that love with me, it lives in me still, and I'm sending it back to them now, multiplied. That ache you feel in your chest, it's love searching for a new place to land. Let it land in your smile, let it land in your laughter, in the kindness you show others, in the risks you take to live fully again. That's how they want to see their legacy unfold, through the joy you reclaim, not the pain you hold on to. They also said, tell them I'm proud. Not just proud of who they were with me, but proud of who they're becoming now. Even in the sorrow, even in the struggle, they are becoming someone even stronger, even more compassionate. They see you carrying this grief, and they want to remind you, you don't have to carry it alone. Every time you whisper their name, they draw closer. Every tear you shed, is met with their light, wrapping around you like a blanket on the coldest night. You haven't imagined those moments of sudden calm, those flickers of peace that come out of nowhere. That's them. You're not going crazy, you're being comforted, you're being shown that love never leaves, it just finds new ways to speak. And right now, this is one of those ways. They said, tell them to keep going, even when it feels impossible. Tell them I still believe in them, in their dreams, in their heart, I'm cheering for them every day. They want you to start saying yes to life again, yes to the little things, morning sunrises, late night talks, walks through nature, the sound of music that stirs your spirit. And yes to the big things too, healing, trying again, loving without fear, forgiving without being asked. Because even though their time here ended, yours didn't. You still have pages to write, and they want every chapter to be filled with the kind of love you gave them. That kind of love changes the world, that kind of love echoes in eternity. They've also been leaving you messages, you've overlooked them, because they were subtle, but they're there. A feather on the floor, a certain number repeating, a light flickering when you're deep in thought. These aren't coincidences, these are touches from beyond, small reminders that they are closer than breath, that heaven is not far, that they've kept their promise, to never truly leave you. And they want you to promise something in return. Promise you won't let your life shrink around their absence. Promise you'll expand your heart instead, let more people in, take more chances, speak your truth, even when your voice shakes. They're saying, let my memory be your fuel, not your cage. They also want you to forgive yourself. That guilt you keep replaying in your mind, the what-ifs and if-onlys, they don't want you living there anymore. You did your best, you loved the best way you knew how. And that was enough, more than enough. They felt it, they still do. You may think they're gone, but they're in every act of courage you take now. They're there in every step you take, when it would be easier to fall apart. They're in your breath, in your heartbeat, in the quiet strength that surprises even you some days. That's not just you, that's them living through you. And in your hardest moments, when you feel like you can't go on, they want you to close your eyes, and picture them there. Because they are, standing beside you, walking with you, guiding you from a place that is higher, freer, and filled with love. They are not asking you to forget, they are asking you to remember differently. Not with despair, but with gratitude. Not with longing, but with peace. They want you to smile when you say their name, to talk about them in the present tense, to bring them into your future, not leave them in the past. You see, this is how healing begins, not by erasing the pain, but by walking through it, hand in hand with love. And their love is still here, still strong, still speaking. They want you to know that no goodbye was ever meant to be final. That every sunset you see is a doorway to their presence. That every sunrise is a reminder you're still here, and that means your story still matters. Your life still holds meaning. And they are still part of that meaning, even from where they are now. And I, your Heavenly Father, will keep bringing you these messages, again and again, until they sink so deeply into your soul, that sorrow no longer has the final word. Until you know without doubt, that love wins, every single time. So when you wake up tomorrow, take a breath, and say to yourself, I'm not alone, I'm loved, I'm guided, and I am still connected to the one I miss. Because it's true, more true than anything else in this world. And every moment you choose hope over despair, love over fear, joy over numbness, you are honoring them, in the most powerful way possible. You are showing the universe, that death cannot steal, what was never built on flesh and bone, but on spirit and soul. And they see it, they feel it, and they are thanking you, in every whisper of wind, in every beam of light, in every moment your heart remembers. Even heaven pauses to listen, they want you to know that your tears are sacred. They're not a weakness, they are the sacred river through which your soul remembers. But child, don't drown in them, let them flow, let them cleanse, let them wash away everything that no longer serves you. Let those tears nurture the new version of you that's growing, the one they're helping you become from the other side. Because they've already seen what's ahead, they've seen you laughing again, glowing again, standing on your feet after the storm passed, whispering I made it, I'm still here. You can't imagine how proud they are of you. Even in your lowest moments, when your voice trembles and you say I can't keep doing this, they draw closer. Not to judge, never to shame, but to hold space for your hurt. They've seen your soul stripped of every mask, and they still say you're beautiful, please don't give up, I need to witness your triumph. And you will, because I didn't carry you this far, just to leave you halfway. This message wasn't sent just to comfort your wounds, it was sent to awaken your spirit, to ignite your rebirth. That love you thought was gone, it didn't die, it changed form. And your life is about to do the same. You'll begin noticing more signs, I will make sure of it. They'll arrive in waves, a song lyric that feels like a message, a feather exactly where it shouldn't be, their name whispered in the wind, a photo falling without reason. You'll begin to see nothing is accidental, each one is a love note from beyond, a reminder that what you shared didn't vanish, it simply became unseen. You'll learn to hear with your heart. You'll start understanding things that can't be explained by logic. You'll believe in the invisible again, because the invisible is real. And when doubt creeps back in, when grief tries to pull you under, come back to these words. This isn't just a message, it's a bridge, it's a soul contract, it's a reminder that your love didn't disappear, it simply became part of the divine. They're not gone, they never were. Even now they're saying to you, you're never alone, I've never left, I walk with you still, I live inside every heartbeat, every breath, I'm the reason you'll rise. So child, inhale this truth deep into your soul, you were loved by someone so fiercely, that even death had no power over it. Now it's time to let that love guide your life, not just in sorrow, but in purpose. Because I didn't let that love pass through your life to be forgotten, I allowed it to shape you, open you, make you more compassionate, more real. Love like that doesn't visit everyone, it found you, it marked you, it lives inside you. And even now they're cheering for you from beyond the veil. One day far from now, when it's your time to cross over, they'll be right there. Not with sadness, but with joy, saying you did it, you lived fully, just like I hoped, and now we begin again. But before that day, you need to let their next words imprint on your soul. Because it's something they've longed for you to know. Please don't think I've forgotten you. They've heard your questions, the ones you whisper to the stars. Do they still think of me? Did I matter as much to them as they did to me? And I've come to give you the answer, not from earth, but from eternity. Yes, you mattered. You mattered in ways words can't hold. You were their calm in chaos, their smile in silence, their reason to believe. You weren't just someone, they saw home in you. Not four walls, not a location, you. And now they ask, that you become your own home. Because they see it, the way you get quiet in crowds, the way you laugh less, the weight you carry that no one else sees. But I see it, they see it, and now they ask, please let them help you heal. Healing doesn't mean forgetting, it means remembering with gentleness. It means turning pain into purpose. It means walking through the grief with your head held high, not because you're over it, but because you're walking with it, not beneath it. They left a piece of themselves inside you, and it's still blooming. You are the living echo of their legacy. And nothing, not time, not death, can ever sever that. From now on know this, every prayer you whisper, every brave new beginning, every time you look into your reflection, and remind yourself I'm still standing, they are standing right behind you, whispering yes you are, and I am too. You don't have to be flawless to move forward, you don't need to be unbroken to heal. You only need to trust that your love is stronger than the pain, and it is. Because love like yours doesn't vanish, it transforms, it spreads, it becomes eternal. And now your life is a continuation of theirs, every kind thing you say, every brave step you take, every time you help someone else, know this, they are doing it through you. You are not a shadow of your former self, you are the full self, with their essence woven into your every breath. So promise them this, keep going, keep living, keep smiling through the memories. Let the tears fall when they need to, let the laughter return when it's ready. Say yes to the moments they wish they could still be part of. Say yes to love, not just romantic love, but the love of life, of mornings, of new beginnings, of quiet peace. Stop apologizing for surviving, stop hiding from your own joy. It's time. Because now that you've received this message, not just read it, but truly received it, the bond between you and them has strengthened. The veil has thinned, the love has risen in volume. You might feel it now, a softness in your chest, a stillness that wasn't there before. That's them, not imagination, presence, spirit, proof. And they're saying, you heard me, you felt me. And now I can rest more peacefully. Because you know now, that I never left you. And now that this doorway is open, keep it open. Don't second guess, don't let the noise of this world muffle what your spirit knows to be truth. Because once your heart is open wide enough to receive without needing all the answers, you step into a realm where fear no longer has power. You rise, and child, you're rising now. You'll feel it, not just emotionally, but physically. A weight lifting from your shoulders, a warm pulse in your hands, a flutter in your stomach, that isn't nerves, but recognition. These aren't random, they're signs, they're shifts. Your energy is aligning with the miracle I've already written for you. That miracle cannot survive in panic, it requires peace. So I've had to slow you down, not to punish you, but to teach you divine timing. To teach you that good things grow in silence, that strength is born in surrender, that your capacity to believe had to stretch to meet what I'm about to send. You'll begin noticing moments where everything aligns for no reason. People you needed suddenly appear, doors you thought were shut begin to crack open. Things that once broke you no longer shake you. This is what happens when your spirit upgrades to match the destiny I've crafted for you, and it's happening now. You've walked through fire and didn't burn, you've swum through sorrow and didn't sink, you've stood still while the world moved around you, and yet here you are, alive, breathing, feeling. That's not weakness, that's sacred endurance, that's faith made flesh. And child, they see it too. They see you waking up to who you really are, someone who has been through heartbreak, but still chooses love, someone who has tasted loss, but still reaches for joy. And nothing makes them prouder. They're whispering, that's my person, look at them, becoming everything I dreamed they could be. They're not waiting for you to return in sadness, they're asking you to rise in joy. Because their love didn't end, it simply changed dimensions, it expanded beyond the limits of this world, and it's still active, still alive, still loving you. So now it's your turn. To love louder, to laugh deeper, to live in ways that echo through eternity. Because when you do, you don't just honor their memory, you become their legacy. And they are smiling now, watching, guiding, whispering, go live, go shine, go become all that I believed you could be, I'll be right here always. Because love like this never truly ends, it just changes form. And now it's yours to carry forever. A crescent moon may rise tonight, but in its gentle curve, something divine is cradled, your new beginning. And while your heart still aches, while some nights are quieter than others, remember silence doesn't mean absence, it means presence in a different way, a deeper way. One where words are replaced by feelings, and time gives way to eternity. And in that sacred space, between here and there, they are speaking still. Not in a voice that rattles the walls, but in one that steadies your soul, one that says you didn't lose me, you just learned to love me differently. You've been walking with unseen hands holding yours. Each time you stumbled, something caught you, before the fall. That was them, that was me. The universe didn't forget you, child, it was building around you, making space for something greater than what you've lost. Because in divine mathematics, loss always gives way to gain, grief is a tunnel not a grave, and every tear you've cried has watered a garden that you're just beginning to see bloom. So I ask you now, look again. At your life, at your pain, at your healing, at your strength. You thought you were broken, but what you really were, was breaking open. And what's been rising from those cracks, is nothing short of sacred, your resilience, your grace, your truth. And it's not just about survival anymore, it's about embodiment. It's about becoming all that you were designed to be, not in spite of what happened, but because of it. Let that land deep. Because there's no part of your story that I can't redeem, no scar I can't repurpose, no loss I can't breathe meaning into. What was meant to destroy you, is now the fuel for your ascension. You're not just here to get by, you're here to become. And right now, in this holy pause, between what was and what will be, you are being remade. Your energy is shifting, your mind is clearing, your heart is preparing to love in new dimensions. And yes, your spirit is soaring, even if your body still feels tired. Trust that, trust the rise before you feel it. And when doubt visits, as it will, when the shadows return, and try to whisper that it was all in your imagination, remember this truth, souls don't lie. And what yours felt when you read these words, that warmth in your chest, that calm in your breath, that stillness in your bones, that's your confirmation. You are not alone, not even close. The one you miss so deeply, they're closer now, than they've ever been. You carry them in your choices, in your bravery, in the way you keep showing up for life, even when it hurts. You are their voice now, you are their miracle in motion, you are the proof that love outlives the body. So breathe with intention, walk with purpose, laugh loudly, even if the tears come right after. Let yourself feel it all, the ache, the wonder, the memories, the hope. Because every emotion is a brushstroke, in the masterpiece of your becoming. And when life starts to make sense again, when joy walks back in wearing a familiar smile, don't apologize for it. You've earned it, you've survived your own storm. And now it's time to dance in the rain, and then bask in the sunlight that follows. There will be more signs, more moments that defy logic, more dreams that leave you breathless. Don't dismiss them, don't explain them away. These are messages, these are sacred winks from beyond, these are love letters written in the language of spirit. They'll come in the lyrics of an old song, in the pages of a book you weren't planning to read, in the smell of something that takes you back, in the silence of a morning that suddenly feels full. They'll come, and when they do, nod and say I see you. Because you will, and they will see you too. You've stepped into something holy now, a sacred rhythm, a divine dance between earth and heaven. You don't have to understand every step, to trust the music. Just follow the pull in your heart, let it lead, let it guide, let it carry you forward. Because what's ahead for you, is not just a new chapter, it's a whole new volume. One written in bold ink, one sung with angelic harmony, one that bears your name on the cover in golden script, and you will write it, not as someone who lost, but as someone who found deeper meaning through the loss, someone who rose. And yes, there will be days you feel like falling again, but even then, you won't be where you once were. You've changed, You've evolved, you've learned how to fall with grace, and get up with power. And each time you do, heaven cheers a little louder. Because this isn't just your journey, it's theirs too. They're walking it with you, they're celebrating every tiny step forward, every new smile, every moment you choose love over fear, hope over despair, purpose over pain. And so now I leave you with this: keep your heart open, keep your spirit tender, keep your eyes lifted toward the skies. And when the moon rises tonight, whether full, new, or just a silver sliver, let it remind you, love is not lost, it's evolving, it's moving, it's guiding. And it's waiting for you, in every sacred second, you dare to live fully again.